then you already know what's going on here. What's going on here? We're getting bigger and bigger, better and better. And we're shitting turds, I mean bricks, on any and everybody who said we aren't who we are. This episode is very, near and dear because it's episode 30. It's the season finale. Kind of underwhelming for me. I hope it's underwhelming for you. You know, but like I'm very like thankful because I've been in the studio, in my studio working hard, on my album and stuff like that. Like it's amazing, like the work that I'm doing for real. I can. It's like shocking me a little bit. Like I'm really like I'm an artist. You know what I mean? Like I'm an artist. This is what I do. Um, I'm a creative, so I'm very thankful. I'll say that. I'll start off the episode saying that I don't know how long the episode will be. Um, so yeah, and that's that. Y'all can expect to see more of me getting in the gym, more of me like in different settings and just different things like that that I have that I have coming. And the reason why I say stay tuned because yeah, I want y'all to know that like what I'm doing is paying off. Especially my OG lines like Blake is Jacoby, um, Christopher, everybody like that. So yeah, so we're really eating them up in the Lions Den. We're eating them up in the Lions Den, because of the accelerated work that I've been able to do the past couple of days. Like like my album is dropping sooner than what I think, sooner than what I thought, so I've moved it up, not too much, but about 2 months. And yeah, the whole concept of my album, I think, is like phenomenal. If I'm being real, like the music is great, but the concept of it, I don't really want to talk too much on that. So yeah, but I appreciate y'all, for being there for me, just throughout everything. Um, I'm finding my true people. I'm finding my true audience. I'm finding my lions, and I'm thankful. A year from now, my life will be in such a different place. I'm ready. It's like breaking through the algorithm. I hate to talk all that talk, but it lets me know like my people and new people are rocking with me. So I'm very appreciative. You know, um, yeah, what's up, Julie? Hey, Julie. So yeah, the concept because before I started like like showing my face, y'all thought I was AI. What's up, everybody in the comments? Y'all thought I was AI, or thought I wasn't a real person. So I kind of like wanted to play off, I kind of am playing off the whole digital theme, like so yeah. So my album is like we already know the name is Mason. My album name is Mason, but it's like talking about me in the terms of me being a flash drive. And you know how like flash drives are like easily disposable or easily accessible, even to people who don't mean you that well, But I think the album is like about me being the hot topic, me being a topic of discussion, whether it's like if I'm a real person, whether it's people from my past, them saying I wasn't gonna make it to where I am right now, just who is Mason, Mason. So like I said, the accelerated work that I've been doing the past 2 days, 3 days, um, my album will come out like 2 months earlier than what I said earlier. And so instead of May, it's going to be March. Like, I'm really moving quick, I'm moving very, very quick. And it's crazy, I feel like all those months of like last year, me struggling, not struggling, but like not being able to record, not knowing how to record, because it's hard work to be, to produce. You can write the song, you can do all that, but if you don't have the good, like an okay setup or a good setup, or even just the willpower to record, sometimes it just won't happen. But like it's just been happening the past couple days. So like 4 out of 8 songs on my album are done. The album is only gonna be 8 tracks. Um, so like yeah, and it's like if I'm being real, I told y'all this on a couple episodes ago, but like I'm the teacher, but I'm also a student to myself. And like when I hear my album as I like, record it, it's like wow, I'm listening to like my sound. Like I'm building a world. And it kind of like ties me back to the whole digital thing. The it's so much in store. Like I'm just doing things my way. Like, being a pioneer, being a trailblazer, um, doing stuff like that. And like I'm only giving y'all this broad pioneer trailblazer bullshit because it's like I don't want to be too specific. just yet anyway, because I'm only halfway done recording the album. I want to finish it. I got to do the cover art. I got to plan the role. Because I know I have y'all, but I want it to reach other people. And it's like I'm at the point now in my career where it's like I don't. It's like I have to focus on marketing and like reaching people and like my brand and like just who I am, and not in an authentic way to myself. And so like yeah, the album is it's very good. It's a lot of talk about like self love, I would say, you know, um, and just like just it's just I think it's just the core essence of who I am as a person. But like when you just talk about Mason within itself, the album is just like a collection of files. And I think that's how people have treated me, essentially. Like um, whether it's people from my past, whether it's people online, my lions, people who were just coming by, who just met me today on live, like just having an opinion about me or just being easily accessible, like a flash drive, like a file. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm still like I have the concept wrote down, but I'm still, like finalizing some things. If I'm being, honest, I'm just being transparent with y'all. So like, yeah, Mason, um, it's just like I've done so much, like like work behind the scenes, like the past couple days, y'all. Listen, I'm telling you, like I'm just so proud of myself, like because like I don't want to get off on a tangent, but it's like I'm just thinking like wow, because it feels like I've been like in a daze, and sometimes when I like make like work or like when I make like I'm creative, it's like days where I like shut myself off from the world, and I'm just in a zone, I'm really in the zone, and it's like so much productivity happens when I cut off the noise and only focus on my people and myself. Um, so like yeah, it's amazing. Like it's amazing. I'm shocking myself recording this album. Like it's like wow, I didn't even know I had that in me. To be able to just go in here, and just learn my way through producing, and it sounds great quality. It sounds like that's just one of the things. Or like let me do it like this. Let me sing it like this. Let me write this. It's amazing creating. Like it's amazing creating an album. It's amazing creating an album, and just this being my debut album, I think is like it's just a great experience. And I hate that like yeah, I want people to feel the feeling that I feel in my body when I create great work. You know, like I just wish like I can capture more of those moments. And I know I have a 30-year career ahead of me, also. Like I got more moments, but like these moments in the survival mode part of it have been so precious. Like you know what I mean? Like they've been so precious, and just me coming out of it is like wow. Like honestly, after I recorded those 4 songs, just like recorded, I just feel like I'm caught up, and I feel like Mason. I feel like me. Like I feel like okay, I'm here, you know. Um, I'm building my catalog up. Music creativity, like it's what keeps me going. It's what keeps me breathing. Like I feel alive. Like last night when I laid down after like recording the songs, submitting them to ASCAP, doing all the technical stuff, I felt like wow, okay, yeah, I'm doing it. Like this is it's like I'm back. I'm back. Um, Shout out to everybody in the comments. You know, and the reason why I say I'm back is because I have been I have been recording. I've been working on this album since December 2024. You know, I've been working on my album since December 2024. So here we are. And I just like it hasn't got to a point to where like people know, like Mason Jyree is up, like buzzing. But I can see from on the platforms my numbers, like I'm growing. I'm ready. Is doing amazing. Like, and I like I never I never thought about like I never wanted to like damn, can I get it out? Sheesh. Like I announced it very early. I announced the single very early. So like I never have done that before, And I think it's just like it's everything just feels aligned. Like, it just feels very good. Um and I'm thankful for that. Like I'll never not be thankful. But creating and working and like just working on my album and like not making it too just really like feeling it, like really feeling it, all that artsy stuff that you hear people say, but it's so true, like really feeling it. Like when you're creative, you really feel it, you know. and it's it's an amazing experience. Like, it's an amazing experience. Um, because it's a time where I get to, like, just like, I mean, I'm have pretty a lot of control in my life, but it's, make great decisions. Like, just make great creative choices, and I feel like I heal people just through my words, through like my voice. You know, and I think that's just very honest. I think it's, yeah, like, so y'all gotta really hear the album. And I'm saying, like a Hispanic husband. That's something I noticed I just started doing. I don't know. I haven't been around anybody who talks like that, so that's just something new. But yeah, it's everything is coming together cohesively. And I gotta stop that. I just caught myself with that, stuff. Like, oh, hell no, hell no. So, like, yeah, so the album is coming along great. I've been working hard, and yeah, that's that. That's really just that. So the concept, I have everything laid out, lions. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm not gonna say anything else about like, my album concept. We just know the title is Mason, and sheesh, we just know the title is Mason, and it's coming out in March. Everything else, just watch the rollout. Like, I've never had a rollout like this, and I think me being independent, like, I'm just eating them up for real. Like, I'm really eating them up. I'm really eating them up. And I just, like, I'm making a wave, like, to all the people who ignored me, to all the people who were like, like, I don't know if he's gonna, make it, or blah 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 blah. They're gonna have to sit back and eat their work. Like, they're gonna be like, damn, he made it. Damn, I'm really doing it. The passion that I feel for, like, my art, the passion that I feel for my album is, like, undeniable. Um, it's unattainable. It's unobtainable. Like, to anybody else. My craft is protected. My words are protected. And no hating asshole gonna knock me off my pivot. You know what I mean? And essentially tying it back to, like, Mason. All my life, I've been a spectacle of conversation, just in general. I've been a spectacle of conversation, or people feeling like they needed to put an opinion on me or speak about me and stuff like that. So just the whole, I think all this album is like clarifying that up, is clearing all that up. Not necessarily addressing anything, but more so just like giving it to it what it is. Giving it to it what it is. So it's Mason. You know, it's Mason. Get it together. You know what I mean? Get it together. So I love y'all, Lions, and we gotta make sure we keep these hating assholes at the end. This has been an amazing season. I have opened up so much to you guys. I'm so thankful for y'all. I'm so appreciative for y'all. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Um, y'all are helping me fulfill my soul purpose, and I love y'all for that. I will see you guys later. You know, I don't think there'll be a season two, but it doesn't matter because I have some very, 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 very great things, very great and different things in store. So, I want Twilight Lions.